Thank you for watching Trucking 101 with Darren Thomas, and I'm your host, Darren Thomas. I want to talk about something that there's not a whole lot of information out there about it. Okay, DOT regulations, state regulations, the trucking industry in general, and firearms. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I didn't play one on TV. I did stay at Holiday Inn Express. So whatever you hear on this video, those are legal disclaimers. You should take the time and look up the information for yourself. Okay, but I think this is as accurate as I can be. Okay, so when I went into electronic copy of the DOT regulations, I did search for firearms, weapons, and couldn't find anything on there. And I did a little more research, and I found out that DOT does not regulate firearms within a truck, within a side of commercial vehicle. They're going to leave that up to the states and the carrier that you work for. Okay? So with that said, let's talk about your company you work for. Big corporations like Swift, JB Hunt, Snyder, they all basically don't allow you to carry within the truck. Okay, so if you get caught with a firearm in your truck, you're going to be terminated. And in some states, not all, there's a few states out there that will allow the company who fired you to prosecute you criminally. You could be charged criminally and get a felony for having a firearm within a company vehicle in some states. Then there's other states like I think it was Kentucky. It's either Tennessee or Kentucky. I forget which one. There was a law passed about a year and a half ago stating that if a company, your employer, has a policy about you carrying a firearm and you get shot and killed, and there was no armed guards on the facilities to protect the employees, then the employer can be criminally charged. Okay, which I thought was kind of awesome, because who's in charge of your security? First person is you, because everyone knows that the police aren't there by your side, and most violent crimes like shootings take less than 90 seconds, and the fastest you're going to have police show up is 5 minutes, 4 minutes, right? Some places in the country it'd be a half hour, an hour, 4 hours. If it's in Chicago, it could be never. They just don't show up. So there's that. So know what your company policies are, understand what they are, and if you decide to carry, know what kind of risk you're going to put yourself at. Okay, not just losing your job. Who really cares about that? Truck drivers are a dime a dozen. I'm sure you can get another job within like a day or two, right? Now, states. There's been a lot of changes in state laws over the past 4 years, and most recently in the past year and a half. Like some states will allow you to transport firearms through their state lines, but you have to lock them up, put them away. States like Illinois, they don't recognize CCWs, or concealed carry weapons permit, for those who don't know. They don't honor anyone from outside the state. If you want to conceal carry within the state of Illinois, you have to get an FOID card, Firearms Owner's Identification Card, right? And then once you have that card, then you can go take I believe it's a 16-hour class on CCW. It's going to cost you about $400 or $500, right? So then once you have that, you can then conceal carry in your commercial vehicle through the state. Some states like Indiana, Minnesota, Wisconsin will recognize Illinois CCW, but Illinois doesn't recognize anyone else's. Okay. So, with that said, one other thing I want to talk about real quick is California. You have to, if you're going to bring your firearm across the state lines, going in or out of the state of California, there's a new law. You might want, if you deal with California, you might want to go ahead and look this up. Okay, and the law states basically you cannot take firearms or ammunition across state lines, going in and out of the state. You have to go to an FFL licensed dealer and pay the transfer fee, mail it to another FFL licensed dealer, and pay another transfer fee to bring your firearms and your ammunition out of the state. Doesn't make any sense. They're just making rules just to make rules, make life harder for everyone. So, with that said, if you go in and out of California, be careful. Do what you can to follow the law. In all cases, follow the law. It just makes life easier for everyone, especially for your loved ones, because they don't want to go down to prison, have to visit you, and it'd just be a sad situation. So, with that said, if you have any questions, comments, down below, go ahead and leave a note, like the video, share it, and God bless, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.